Daily Bible reading, Luke chapter 22, verse 54 through chapter 23, verse 12. Having seized him, they led him away and brought him into the house of the Kohen Haggadol. Kepha followed at a distance, but when they had lit a fire in the middle of the courtyard and sat down together, Kepha joined them. One of the servant girls saw him sitting in the light of the fire, stared at him and said, "This man also was with him." But he denied it. "Lady, I don't even know him." A little later, someone else saw him and said, "You're one of them too." But Kepha said, "Man, I am not." About an hour later, another man asserted emphatically, "There can be no doubt that this fellow was with him, because he too is from the Galilee." But Kepha said, "Man, I don't know what you're talking about." And instantly, while he was still speaking, a rooster crowed. The Lord turned and looked straight at Kepha, and Kepha remembered what the Lord had said. "Before the rooster crows today, you will deny me 3 times." And he went outside and cried bitterly. Meanwhile, the men who were holding Yeshua made fun of him. They beat him, blindfolded him, and kept asking him, "Now prophesy. Who hit you that time?" And they said many other insulting things to him. At daybreak, the people's council of elders, including both head Kohanim and Torah teachers, met and led him off to their Sanhedrin, where they said, "If you are the Mashiach, tell us." He answered, "If I tell you, you won't believe me. And if I ask you, you won't answer. But from now on, the Son of Man will be sitting at the right hand of Hagavara." They all said, "Does this mean then that you are the Son of God?" And he answered them, "You say I am." They said, "Why do we need additional testimony? We have heard it ourselves from his own mouth." With that, the whole Sanhedrin got up and brought Yeshua before Pilate, where they started accusing him. "We found this man subverting our nation, forbidding us to pay taxes to the emperor, and claiming that he himself is the Messiah, a king." Pilate asked him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" And he answered him, "The words are yours." Pilate said to the head Kohanim and the crowds, "I find no ground for a charge against this man." But they persisted. "He is inciting the people with his teaching throughout all Yehuda. He started in the Galilee, and now he's here." On hearing this, Pilate asked if the man was from the Galilee, and when he learned that he was under Herod's jurisdiction, he sent him over to Herod, who at that time happened to be in Jerusalem too. Herod was delighted to see Yeshua, because he had heard about him and for a long time had been wanting to meet him. Indeed, he hoped to see him perform many miracles. He questioned him at great length, but Yeshua made no reply. However, the head Kohanim and the Torah teachers stood there vehemently pressing their case against him. Herod and his soldiers treated Yeshua with contempt and made fun of him. Then, dressing him in an elegant robe, they sent him back to Pilate. That day, Herod and Pilate became friends with each other. Previously, they had been enemies.